With a beefed-up field, competitors took to the Dart at the northern end of Lake Wakatipu. The river was in tip-top condition, the best for racing in years. Those returning from repairs were just happy to be back on the water. Richie Foster pleased to have his electrical gremlins behind him.
Good to get that one. We've been up and down and it seems like we've had no issues in that respect, so hopefully we're not going to see that for the rest of the marathon.
Andrew Scott wasted little time getting back in the game with the new Black Sheep racing engine pushing him past Rob Donald before the Dart River Road Bridge.
Hey, you'd have to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, no, stoked. Really thankful to the boys who gave us a bit of a hand and yeah, well underway. It's been good fun.
Tom Kelly was back too, but only just. It was a mad scramble on launching when the starter motor wouldn't do what it should do. Nothing a quick rebuild on the trailer wouldn't fix, and Golden Homes was last boat away. But still inside the cutoff, so their times would count. The starter worked for the downstream leg as well, and they were safely back on the trailer for lunch.
Yeah, it was pretty clean. Yeah, we've got the someone else's gearbox still in the back of our mind, so we're not doing anything too stupid.
The first leg was a dead heat between the turbines of John Derry and Roger Preston. After 35 Ks, they finished on the same second. They started 1 minute behind NZ1 at the top and had turned up the wick in a bid to grab back the outright lead. By the time the fuel pump stopped feeding A1 to the gas turbine, they'd closed the gap to 30 seconds as they scrambled to fix the problem.
We bypassed the fuel pump and let the turbine suck the fuel itself. Managed to get it going again, but yeah, missed our cut-off time. So not good.
And Holland's extra horsepower in the twin-turboed Nissan had him screaming through the field on the upstream run and downstream, almost to the lake.
What was the problem?
We don't really know, but possibly cam angle, crank angle sensor, one of the two is playing up.
Pretty hard to navigate Yellow River like this when you've got mechanical issues, isn't it?
Yeah, when it does about 2,500 revs, when it cuts back down, it's a wee bit hard to drive on that, so yeah.
It wasn't either sensor. It was a broken cam chain that spelled the end of Ant Holland's campaign in a race boat that's been attracting a passionate following from the riverbanks. Greg Wilson and Fraser Morrison and FX might not be as fast as Ant Holland's rocket ship, but they are starting and finishing every leg and are still in the running for an overall placing. Mind you, it was a near thing on the upstream leg today when it looked like they'd taken a wrong turn.
We just thought it was all over, and then it was just a wee stream out the top and come back to water, so it was great.
Is this what jet boat racing's all about?
Yeah, it is really. Yeah. It is. If you can get through, you're happy again. The ultimate is not to push and finish every leg.
Class leader Lee Harrison was revelling in his first time racing the Dart.
We're really excited this morning, and yeah, some optional channels and stuff like that, which is really good. Yeah, so trying to make up some time, and yeah, kind of.
Who are you trying to make up time on?
I don't really know anyone. No, it's just little horsepower. So yeah, trying to take all the shortcuts and everything we can, just to I guess make use of it really.
Like it says on the wings, foot flat. Grant Perry's replacement in his A-Class entry had him back in the event after a rod went through the block a couple of days back. But that wasn't stopping Riley Smith from chasing him hard in FX 166, trying to get by. That was no mean feat and involved personal pressure washing he'd have preferred to avoid.
Got real close to him at the top and got a real good hose in. We got soaked down our back of our necks, all the way down our back, but coming back down today we got him, so hopefully we can start in front of him on the next leg.
If Riley and Zane Rich thought they had it tough, spare a thought for Andrew Scott in CX99. Navigator David Fairclough snapped a shot prior to racing that would come back to haunt them. That's CX28 starting 1 minute in front, but they'll be seeing way too much of that boat in the next 35 k's. Steve Rapsey's been quietly going about his business, keeping his nose clean in CX305. The defending class champ knows what's needed and hasn't been taking any risks. Until the final section of the final leg today. So what did he do? He threw his navigator under the bus.
We'll always blame the navigator, and we actually can this time. He pointed me down a shortcut, and it was a get out of jail card being here today. Pretty untidy, but yeah, exciting.
Class leader at the end of the day is Dave Robinson, and despite a scary moment before the last leg when one of the fuel pumps dropped pressure, he kept the pressure on CX class. Quickest in all 4 legs, and thanks to Roger Preston's demise, he finds himself in 3rd outright.
Preston's have dropped out, sadly, but it's moved us up, so gutted for the boys, but I'm happy.
How often do we find A-class stalwart Justin Hill up in amongst the big guns fighting for podiums? At the end of another successful, if not uneventful day, he's in 2nd outright, and while he was nervous about racing on the dart, he wasn't nervous about being dressed by the Deals racing team.
They're great characters, great entertainment. So.
Speaking of entertaining, you did a bit of that yourself today?
I wouldn't say entertaining, it was pretty clean. Yeah, that was the game plan. Come here and have some clean runs. Been about 4 years since I've been down here racing the dart, so I was excited to get back here. A bit of nerves this morning, but we got rid of them pretty quickly, and yeah, we had some real good runs actually, consistent.
As fast as he is, he'll need John Derry to falter if he's to move further up the leaderboard. And with the form of the NZ1 pilot right now, that's not looking very likely.